Okay, Spirit told me to capture this, just capture it. There's something so freaking beautiful about just being in the most messy part of something. In a sense, okay, this is not even what the topic, Spirit, but this is where I'm going. There's something so beautiful about something like it just being messy. It's being it not appearing so beautifully and perfectly, because in it not being viewed so beautifully and perfectly, people can actually see it. Because in reality, even when we don't want to act like it, humans are a little messy in nature. It don't even have to mean like externally. It could just mean, per se, messy in perspectives, messy in thought processes, messy in like even the physical. But in a way, every human is a little bit messy, right? So they understand messy more than they understand perfection, because perfection technically is always being taught everywhere. But when it's being taught, it makes the person watching it feel so far away, because they're like, wait, but you're in a whole different understanding. You're in this like perfect world. People understand things from a more messy perspective, and that's what I realized. Like, that's why I just clicked on the video. I've already gotten some insight, already got some understanding today, but I just clicked on the video not really knowing exactly what would come out, even if the same message that I got first would come out, but just knowing that I wanted to speak on here and create something and not harvest everything. And like, I am doing things, I am creating, I'm physically creating as we speak, not with just content, but I also want to build that muscle to create when thoughts come up, because I already have a mind that just thinks of thoughts, creates thoughts, and then boom, puts them out like that. Like, it is like I already have that thought process, but I'm kind of training it again, because I've already had processes and times where like I thought of something, create, boom, pow. It didn't really matter to me the outcome. What mattered was the muscle being built. That is what really matters. So if you're wanting to content create, or if you are wanting to build a skill, or a skill that you already have, no matter what you are trying to do, don't think of it as I need this outcome to be this thing. Think of it as you are building a muscle to a skill that can help you long term. And me building the skill of not trying to make something perfect before I post it or send it out, that is actually me building a muscle to create. I can create no matter the circumstance. It doesn't have to be perfect for it to be seen. It doesn't have to be perfect in order for it to be produced out. And in that perspective, that is what literally like allows you to, because making mistakes is a part of the process. And even those mistakes can turn into blessings. I don't think one mistake is a bad thing. Like, a mistake is a bad thing. I think mistakes are seen as a bad thing, which disconnects people from trying new things and trying and making mistakes, because they fear making the mistake. But what if making the mistake is what creates the blessing? You know what I mean? It's just how you look at it, it's how you perceive it, and it's how you view it. That's literally it. It's the perspective you have behind it that create. And I know people speak about this a lot, but I purposely say things that people say all the time, but I try to say it in a way that phrases even deeper than what they think it is. Not because I think I'm better, but like because this thing is just very natural for me to process and understand things at that level. That is something that I love doing, which is what I was talking about the skill being made. Everybody has their own natural skill and talent that is more easier for them to produce versus someone else. And using that skill to, and instead of, because I feel like in the past I used to try to fix my overthinking mind, but now I'm using my overthinking mind to understand and process things at a level deeper. Instead of spiraling into the energy of the worst case scenario, I'm learning to spiral into the energy of the best case scenario. You see how that goes? One is devaluing yourself and putting yourself in a worser thought process, and the other one is benefiting you and growing you and putting you in a perspective that brings you to a higher place and a higher circumstance. So really, it's what matters is like breaking things down. That's just how I literally work. My mind, literally, whenever I have the experience with something, I break things down, I come to an understanding of it, and then I try to gain all the bits and pieces of lessons and decode everything I can from it so that I can produce it out. So then I give value to not only me, but to the people watching it that may understand from a perspective that I understand it from. It's literally like alchemizing. That is literally the very definition of alchemizing, which is what I speak about. Turning something that may seem like not that worthy or not that cool previously before into something that literally expands you, grows you, literally like does everything for you. And it's something that you already have a knack for. Like that's what I've turned it into. Because me personally, it's not that I am always willing to build more new skills and stuff like that, but when you already have certain set skills, why not use that for your benefit, even in the new skills that you learn? Why not? Why wouldn't you use the skills that you already know about yourself? Or because sometimes we think what we already naturally know isn't a skill, but it can be. It can be if you make it that. That's basically what I'm speaking about. As I'm making this book, that is basically the energy, but I'm obviously going to dive a lot deeper into it in the book. But I definitely just wanted to create and get that energy out here while it was fresh and new in my mind, because I'm hoping that someone or anyone, that's literally the whole point, one person will come to this video and be like, oh, okay, I get this different perspective, and this perspective changed how I see something, and it grows you for the better. That's the whole point of when I content create. Like, and this is helpful for me. This is how I come to understandings of things. Like sometimes I will go watch my videos and then I'll be like, okay. So it's not just helping, it's like do things that not only help other people but also help yourself, because then you're going to be more willing to do it. You're going to be more willing to do it. But yeah, short video, quick video. I just wanted to get something out there. I will see y'all in the next video. All right, bye.